Wednesday, 15th of July 2026. So, bit of a spitballing session today. Firstly, I'd just like to say I've actually watched 10 minutes of the World Cup last night. I was just trying to find something to watch on TV, and I came across the Spain-France game, last 10 minutes of it, and it was a good reminder of why I don't watch football anymore. Again, Spain, brilliant touch control, basically playing a bit of keep ball, the tail end of the game. But what I took away from it was a dive in and was play acting, and they're meant to be grown men, for God's sake, and it's a full contact sport, and they basically fall down like they've been poleaxed. Yeah, anyway, I suppose that's the modern game, which is why I don't watch. Anyway, what I'm going to talk about, EU Parliament has managed to push through the communications legislation, which allows people like Google, Facebook, whatever, to go through your messages. I think it's the 5th or 6th attempt by the EU to push it through, but they basically managed it by changing the parameters. But the takeaway is that the MEPs voted against it at every turn and were completely ignored, and it was put back to revote, and after revote. Now, if you go into like a Google search, you'll discover that a lot of the nation states are in favour of it, mainly because they want to control every goddamn aspect of your life. But the legislation allows for basically snooping on private messages, so encrypted WhatsApp communications and such like will now be subject to people checking what you're saying behind closed doors, which was always the plan. You know, as much control as physically possible at all times. The same will occur in the UK. I mean, the media ban, which has been put through now, 16 and 17-year-olds, but this is the same 16 and 17-year-olds the Keir Starmer previously said should be voting, but they're not allowed to see social media at 16 and 17, but they can vote. Yeah, make it make sense. Well, it does make sense when you consider it's just about control and manipulation. So we'll be the most surveilled state compared to what our ancestors have dealt with ever. Will make Orwellian Britain come true. So, George Orwell, prophet.